people in there like, yo, man, I just can't believe I'm in here. Chill. I'm like, no. Daryl's in here today. We all trying to survive to get out this mud.
Hey, I'm Diona Reasonover.
And I'm Brian Dietzen. Welcome to another episode of NCIS Partners and Probies. This week, our first guest from NCIS New Orleans.
Yes, we have Daryl Mitchell.
Oh my gosh, this guy is such a delight to be around. I mean, this guy gets up for everything. I mean, he is fantastic. The stories he tells about NCIS, no, you're looking at me like, what?
No, I'm looking at you like, yeah, absolutely, okay, go on, man. That's my encouraging face. Because this guy, he is so affable, he's so easy to talk to, and he's a huge fan of just being on NCIS NOLA. His son was actually a PA on NOLA, and then became a PA on subsequent projects as well. And what's so cool about his experience on NOLA, it actually mirrors what mine was as well. He came on as like a guest star and was meant to just be there for a short period of time. But I mean, his character on the show and himself, Chill himself, he's just such a great dude. They just said, keep coming back. And the amount of visibility he gave to wheelchair users in primetime television, I mean, there's just a great reason why he was on the show. Also, the fact that he played a tech expert, that definitely inspired me. That's something that I looked to when I was doing my early research on what the show has already done, what the NCIS verse has done. That look, by the way, that's my stank face. That's when like music is good. I'm like, yeah.
She's looking a little bit like this, like little.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So I was like a little bit getting.
Listeners, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but just picture that you smell something bad, but your head starts going a little.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, you've got to check this interview out. He's incredible. I can't wait for you to listen to our interview with Daryl Mitchell.
Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Wait, how did you get the nickname Chill?
Yo, believe it or not, it started out in high school, okay? And then I got into a rap group called Groove Beat Chill.
Yeah.
But my nickname in school was called Chili Dog because I was just so cool. So everybody called me Chili Dog. Chili Dog. So we tried to come up with a name for the group.
Right.
And the only thing we could think of is taking off the beginning of our names. God bless my man Groovy Groove's no longer with us, but it was like Groovy Groove, Be Successful, and Chili Dog. So we went Groove Beat Chill.
Hey.
So now what happens? I get in house party as Chill.
Right.
Nice.
I do brother as Chill.
Right.
I'm in the rap group as Chill. I'm on like 5 of different things in television and movies as Chill.
Right.
So that name stuck. That's it. So it's Daryl Chill Mitchell. So now, I used to say Chill because it was a rap thing, but now with all my credits and accolades, I'm like, no, Daryl Chill Mitchell.
That's
you know
your
what I mean?
name.
So
Nice.
that's how it rings out,
So just out of curiosity, because a lot of people don't know this, when you apply to be part of SAG, no matter what your legal name is, you have to apply for a SAG name. And
Correct.
sometimes they have to approve, sometimes they'll approve it, and sometimes they don't, which is why some people like Emma Stone is really Emily Stone. But she's Emma Stone because that's what got approved by SAG. Was it Chill for SAG?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. They took it.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
It's in there, Daryl Chill Mitchell.
All right,
So
cool.
it's on my Blue Cross, Daryl C. Mitchell. And my middle initial is M. But if you don't ask, I don't say. That's what it is.
So you're from New York, right?
Born and raised.
What part?
Born in the Bronx.
Okay.
Raised on Long Island. But the crazy part, my mom and my dad is from the South, which I tell people all the time, ain't no black person from New York. We all migrated. Everybody migrated. I say, go check the tree. Your mama's from Virginia.
Right.
They ain't from North Carolina. They ain't from New York. Mine's is from a place called Beaufort, South Carolina, which is called the Low Country. So if you're familiar with Gullah or Geechee, I'm Geechee to the bone.
That's my mama.
Dog?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
See?
Yeah,
See?
Opalaka.
There we go.
That's my cousin right
Yeah,
there.
hey, what's up? Hey, you didn't know.
You said from where?
Opalaka.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's close.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's very
we
close.
Geechee.
Low Country Boils.
No, don't say that to my dad.
No, I'm sorry, what?
It's called Frogmore Stew.
Oh.
They changed the name to Low Country Boil and make it a little more presentable to everyone.
You're teaching me something. I didn't know that.
Look at that. It's called Frogmore Stew. But they call it Low Country Boil. My dad have a fit, you say that. They ain't called no Low Country Boil. It's called Frogmore Stew. We started that on the island. Oh, he go crazy. I tease him too. I be like, Dad, you cook some Low Country Boil? But I ain't no Low Country Boil. Go nuts.
I love annoying parents.
Yo,
Irritating them is my favorite thing
Especially
to do.
him. He 88 too. I love him to death, boy. I be getting at him, boy.
God bless him.
Oh, we go fishing. Oh, my son. Oh, my son was young. My dad used to try to teach him how to fish. And do this. He said, you know what? The more I teach you, the dumber I get. You know what my son said? Hey, Poppy, don't teach me no more. I don't want you to get dumb. Oh, boy. Yo, them two, my father and my son, hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
They are the comedy team by themselves.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Now, where's he now? Is he still up in New York or?
My dad is in South Carolina. He moved back
Okay.
to South Carolina. So, I go down there and see him all the time.
And are you in Georgia?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay.
I live in Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta. It was crazy. I bought my house because Jermaine Dupri convinced me to come down there to do some music. I'm like, all right, bet. Come down there and rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bought a house. 2 weeks later, I landed the show. Larroquette show. I ended up in LA for 10 years.
Get out.
With a house in Georgia.
Dang.
So all I was doing was, and the crazy part is like, when you rap, you go on road, you come home.
Right.
Yo, for the first 2 seasons, every Friday I went back to New York. Until I realized, because I was still in that rap mindset.
You're just going to shows.
So I would go to the show and I would shoot and I would have a red eye booked and I would go back to New York. And I would go to the first thing to get up, go to the barbershop. Then me and my boy go to the Jamaican restaurant, get some food. Then we'd go to the nightclub, hang out, and then from the club they bring me back to the airport. And then I fly back and I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, shoot Friday, and I'm on a plane back to New York. I did that for 2 seasons till I realized you an actor. You not a rapper no more, mister.
Right.
Really? So
Yeah.
you really like mentally made that transition.
I had to.
I
I had to figure it out because I was just like, it was, I guess the wear got on me because, you go on the road, you rap, you go do a show. You might go to 2-3 cities or do 2-3 shows, but you go back to New York.
Right.
So that was my mindset. Like, I'm just going out here because my whole, introduction into this industry was way different than most. So I was still in my mind as a rapper.
Yeah.
But not realizing I was not no more a rapper.
I mean, were you doing comedy then as well? Like,
Bruh.
like
Yo, you know what?
At that
a
time?
lot of people from House Party saw that character and was wondering who's this new comedian. I was a rapper.
Dang.
But you're hilarious, and everyone
Bruh.
obviously had to think,
I mean, I was
this
a
guy's
funny
got a
dude.
set, right?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but most brothers are. You gotta be to live in the hood.
Kinda.
You gotta have jokes, bruh.
Yeah.
So when I came out, that was easy peasy. You know what I mean? And plus, the movie, a lot of people don't know, was kind of loosely based off my life.
Oh, really?
Because the Hudlin brothers was the directors of the records. They directed the videos for Uptown's records. So sitting down, kicking it with them,
Right.
they was like, listen, we got a movie we want to do called House Party. And they was like, since you and Bilal do house parties, we want to sit down and talk to y'all. So we started chopping it up with them, what we do, what goes on with antics, this and that. So it was easy to get in there because a lot of the stuff, Reggie took it, he already had a thesis. He took it and made a script. The original script said Groove Be Chill. It didn't say Kid and Play.
No kidding.
What?
Yeah, the original script said Groove Be Chill. And then we shopped it.
That's cool.
And they was like, they was big, but not big enough. And plus, the movie companies wanted actors. They didn't want rappers.
Right.
They wanted actors, but Reggie insisted. So, New Line Cinema met with Kid and Play and was like, they all right. And Play will tell you, they gave some scenes. Play was like, we was hot garbage. But what happened, after politely, the executives walked Kid and Play to their car. School had let out the same time Kid and Play came out the building. Mayhem.
Oh, they just got.
And they was
mobbed.
like, took them right back upstairs, said we got our stars.
This is who
And
it
then they
is.
made us the co-stars of the movie.
Yeah.
Kid and Play, they wanted them to be called Groove Be Chill. They was like, nah, we can't do that because
Kid and Play. Yeah.
we Kid and Play, and they rappers.
Right.
Like, that's their name
That's your
in the
name.
street. So it was like, and we was like, nah. But the one thing they did leave, my DJ real name is Bilal. What's Martin's name in House Party?
Bilal. There you go.
That's cool.
Martin's
That's
name
cool.
is Bilal.
Right.
And Kid kept his name, he was supposed to be Groove, and Play kept his name. But it's us. The original script is us. Kid and Play tell the story. They tell her how when their first script they saw was Groovy Chill. A lot of people don't know that.
If it had just been a half day at that school, if it had just got out a couple hours earlier, I'm serious, but it's crazy how life it would have been a big major difference. Yeah,
and that was the thing. They walked out and school had let out, and them kids went crazy because they were hot. You know, their records was popping, but the executives don't know. So that's the same thing. When they saw me in the movie, everybody kept saying, "Who's this comedian?" The thing that I got smart is because every time I would go on an audition, they kept asking me that. They was like, "Yo, so you still doing comedy?" I was like, "Well, not right now because I'm real busy, but I host. I'm still hosting, but right now, I'm, you know." And they was like, "Well, when you up again?" I said, "Well, we gonna see right now because I'm real busy." I wasn't doing no comedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I was smart enough to say
yeah.
Another thing I was smart enough to do is take off that hat.
Yes.
Because I was going on every audition with my hat on, and they wouldn't tell me take it off because they knew it was my image. I wore a hat with silver dollars around it, and that was my rap image. So I'm thinking that, you know, every movie gonna want me. I'm not realizing, boy, that's just costume from the last movie as far as they concerned. And something made me say, "Yo, man, you know what, bro? Take that hat off." And I took that hat off, and boy, floodgates opened up. I had a real crazy, that's why I said my introduction into the industry was so, sometimes I used to feel bad telling it because people go to school for years and never see half of the things I've done or the people I've worked with.
Yeah.
Man,
working on Lurkette, that is like the training ground for so many amazing comedians and writers.
He knows.
It's incredible.
Bro, B, you know.
Yeah.
Work with that dude. Yo, when I first came in there, they wanted me to meet with him. I came out, I said, I'm going to come out here for 2 weeks. So y'all ignorance is bliss. I said, I'm going to come out here for 2 weeks to LA and get in some more movies. My reason, because the visibility we got from the videos and what happened, what made me popular is in the movie clips, they only use certain clips that they would allow in a video to promote the movie.
Yeah.
I happened to be in the video. So everybody that came out with a song, they thought I was featuring in the song. And I wasn't. But they thought, because they saw the hat. So that hat was my trademark.
Yeah.
And everybody thought that, Chill, that's his thing. He in the new video, this, that. So it just became this popular thing. So then after that, I said, I'm going to go out here. If I do more records, I get more visibility, I could sell more records. That was my whole reason.
Yeah.
Because the movie exposure was crazy. Wasn't no BET, wasn't no MTV. So it was like, this video thing, then when that started, that's when we was like, this exposure. So I came to LA just to get in movies.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Yes.
I'm just going to show up and say, hey, listen, I want to be in this film.
Yes.
This in my mind.
Where do I sign up for my famous card?
There you go. Right. So my agent at the time sent me on an audition. She was like, the Lurkette show, John Lurkette Gray doing the show, and he's looking for somebody young to work against him, this, that. Went in the room. This dude starts snapping on me, and I start snapping back. We never seen the script.
Yeah.
He was just like, we finished. They was like, all right, nice meeting you. Now I'm thinking I done offended this dude or something. Before I got back, my man's like, what did you say to them? I was like, what happened? He was like, they want you for the show. Now, here we go again. I come out, I shoot the pilot. Pilot pop off. Still not understanding what's going on because this is not my life.
Right.
They say, it's picked up. All right, what that mean? Green.
Yes.
Because I'm like, now if you ask me about record business, because I studied that. I studied the Russell Simmons. I studied the Leo Cohens because that's what the Andre Harrell. That was my business.
Yeah.
Reggie and Warrington blessed us by putting us in this movie. He put Groove in it, put B in it, put me in it. Everybody that was in it was just like, and a lot of people's careers spawned from this movie. It was so then getting in the union, guess how I got in the union?
How?
House Party was an independent film.
Mm-hmm.
They had a credit they was allowed to use. It wasn't union, non-union.
Oh, okay.
If it hit and they did a part 2, everybody had to come back. It had to be a union.
I started to say part 2. I started to say House Party part 2.
And then House Party, and all I did, I said not one word. I bumped the turntable again. And Martin goes, chill. Didn't I tell you? He was like, deja vu. And that's all I did. And I had to come back just to bump the turntable.
And thank you,
And
SAG.
and thank you, SAG.
And thank you, SAG. But see, it's so interesting because what I hear you saying, what I hear you, talking about like your process, kind of like, coming up, shedding the hat, kind of like taking things step by step. That's what so many actors forget to do.
On my own.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Instinctively.
Right.
I knew this was, and then when I started, you know what? The best thing that happened to me is the people that I worked with after.
Yeah.
Because had I worked with my peers, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here.
Really?
I know
Why
that
do you
because
say
I'd have
that?
been cutting
Why?
up with them.
Oh, okay.
A lot of them that was with me when I was coming up, they not in the game no more.
Mm-hmm.
And if they didn't make it or they died or something like that, I wouldn't have made it. But I worked with Danny Glover.
Mm.
I worked with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I played my mom. We did Queen. I worked with John Larroquette.
Queen
Yeah.
was so
You know
good.
what I mean?
Everybody's in Queen. That's so good.
I worked with some of the greatest people that taught me. Like Danny Glover, he set me straight one day. We was outside, I'm making noise because I'm lit, because I'm just on fire. But I'm not paying attention that they right next door rehearsing. And I'm the loudest thing in the set. Daddy was like, chill. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Dude, people in here working. I was like, noted. Noted. Because I was outside cutting up, wilding out. And boy, he set me. But see, I didn't get offended.
Yeah.
I learned. I was like, oh, you know what? You're right.
You're putting on the different hats.
The
You're putting on
dog.
the
That's
actor
all,
hat.
man. And
You
he's
learn.
like, yo, man, I ain't,
Yeah.
I ain't want to come on you like that, but we in here trying to rehearse. And Hallie had hurt herself because she fell off the horse. And she was like struggling to go through it. And I none of that mattered to me. I didn't think about none of that. She's sitting on a donut because she can't, her
I didn't know
tailbone.
she hurt herself during
Oh,
that.
man, yeah. She fell off a horse and bruised her tailbone. You know, I think she might have chipped it. But you can't put no, so you can't put no cast on that.
That's pain.
Yeah,
No,
you just gotta
sit on something comfy, and
That's what she
that's
did.
it.
She sat on the donut.
How deep into filming was this?
Ooh, we was in it.
Yeah.
We was in it. She was supposed to ride a horse, and the horse went up, and she came off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hallie a trooper though, but she stuck it out.
Yeah.
She stuck it out. She got through that filming, but man, it wasn't. So I learned, man. I work with some people that, but you learn paying attention. Like it's like, okay, ain't no cutting up in there. We really getting to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the thing with that. I learned a lot, of the people I work with.
That's so incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm still learning too, honestly.
Every day. It don't stop.
Yeah.
It don't stop.
Yeah.
I learned working with Tim Allen. I thought he was crazy with the Galaxy Quest. Now we together again. He crazy.
On shifting gears, right?
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
He's still crazy. This just in. Yeah.
Oh,
What kind of crazy?
fun crazy.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Tim fun, man. He's fun. But that's a whole story down the road. We can talk about that
Man,
later.
Galaxy Quest. That
Dude.
was so damn fun.
Another movie.
That is.
Listen.
So was did you know anybody off of that movie, or did you just audition for it and like that's the guy?
I did a movie called Home Fries
Okay.
with
Drew Barrymore?
And Luke Wilson.
Yeah.
And the director, see, that's why I pay to be nice. Dean Paraso was the director of that. And when he got Galaxy Quest, he was like, look, there's a role and they want this other actor. I want you. So you better come in here and you better do your thing. And he was like, look. So I ain't gonna mention other actors' names. I don't put people out there.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, let's rock. I came in there, put my thing down. Producer's like, oh yeah, I think you was right there.
Yeah, man.
Chill.
But that goes to what we were talking about before we started rolling. We were talking about being kind to people in Hollywood. Just paying it forward, being a good person. And that's all it comes down to. And then once you get that opportunity and take advantage of it, and you're kind to people on set, you're learning, you're doing your thing, then all of a sudden you get this other opportunity, and then that's another incredible movie that's on the resume.
Most of my work was reoccurring customers.
Yeah.
Most of my work.
They wanted you back.
I did a movie called 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, it's classic.
And my man, Gil Unger, was the director of that.
Yeah.
He came to me, he said, yo, chill. I'm up for this movie with Martin Lawrence to direct, bro. He was like, yo, you think you talk to him? I was like, yeah, it's my man.
Right.
I called Martin. I said, yo, Martin, man, I need you to really pay attention to this dude. He's coming to meet with you, and he's going to direct. He was like, I said, he want to direct your movie. He was like, then he met with me, called me back. He said, I like him, man. He said, he good? I said, he good. He quick, too. He was like, all right. Next thing you know, I get a phone call. Chill, we got a role for you in Black Now. Martin called me back like, yo, man, matter of fact, I need you to come do this role for me in Black Knight. I was like, say let. You crying?
Come on.
Don't cry.
I'm not crying. This is my makeup. You're good.
I thought you was crying for
I was like, it's so beautiful. Damn, I'm trying to get some connections myself. Oh, my God.
But no.
I got to get it together.
But the real talk, man, is a lot of my customers, reoccurring customers, man.
Yeah.
Then I tell people it always pays to be nice to people on the way up, because you're going to see them same other efforts on the way down, brother.
Yeah.
And they going to be looking at you like, keep falling.
Right. Yes.
But nah, for real.
We were talking earlier before we started rolling too about how different LA used to be, about how it was a lot more like, kind of personable, like after work, you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, because I mean now it feel like work.
Yeah.
Before it was like you had rap parties.
Yeah.
And then different shows had rap parties, and they would rap, and then you get invited to their rap party. Then I would get rapped, and we get rapped over here. And then, like when I was on Larroquette, Will was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Malcolm was on God Bless Him. He was on Cosby Show, and and when they rap, man, we would all have cutting up, me and Will freestyling, and they like because white folk love hear us rap. I'm going to just call it what it is. They like, they get ready. They get ready to do that rap thing. Here they go.
They're going to do it again.
Yeah, they finna tear it down. And they be right there rocking too, boy. Yeah. But nah, man, and that's that. But that's no happening no more. That's why I say it's a rough time to get in this business, man, because that was part of the paycheck. Them rap parties, man, NBC, oh my goodness. We used to throw bashes over there at the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
And I mean, you talking about top shelf liquor. Okay?
Yes.
I ain't talking about no Hennessy.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
Stolies.
Yes.
Yo, boy, you go out there lean. And then they'll tell you, you want to stay tonight? We'll get you a room.
Right.
Man, now, dead in the water.
But it's that co-intermingling that like brews these creative ideas, because you see these, the executives see these two people, you have chemistry. Let's see if we can pair you up for next season. Let's see if we can, I'm seeing something interesting bubbling up over here. That is kind of, it feels.
What I do.
We're in silos.
I did 2 episodes of Law and Order. How you do 2?
Okay. Yeah.
2. And they hired me to do Chicago Med because Dick Wolf.
Right.
See, you can get next to him.
Yes.
And he was, man, I love that man. And that man loved me. When I came back, he had a meeting with him one day, and we was sitting down talking. This man was like, yeah, you did Law and Order 16 years ago, and the writer was so-and-so, and the director was so-and-so, and at the time, the assistant director, now he is the director, and the guy who wrote your episode there, he wrote this one. I had him write this one. I'm like, you really track this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I was like, I did Law and Order 16 years ago, and the next one I did, because I got out the hospital, he wanted to see me work. Put me right back on Law and Order again in another episode in the wheelchair.
So that was right after
I got out the hospital.
Was that your first one? Was that your first?
I did Ed.
You did Ed. Okay.
I did Ed. But I was doing Ed. He had me come do Law and Order.
Okay. Let's back up because
that's gotta
incredible.
Be, bruh.
That is incredible.
Be nice to people.
Well, you said, people. Sorry, go ahead. You said you're going to back up.
Go ahead.
You were saying that like. Oh wait, no. You said
You said that you got to be nice to people, but we were going to talk a little bit.
Don't fight.
No,
please.
this is us.
Don't
This
fight.
is us. We're gonna the group text tonight is gonna be lit.
Don't fight.
I'm gonna send him so many mean
Don't
gifts.
fight.
I went to back up because you said the accident, but we did not talk about what that was. You had an accident in 2001, was it?
Give me some tissue.
You want some?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I got 3 boxes back here.
No,
She needs a lot of them.
2001.
Yeah.
I was on vacation in South Carolina in Beaufort. We do a thing every year called Heritage, where we celebrate like African culture and all this kind of stuff. Because Gullah, and that's kind of like it's the African culture. So we go there every year. This particular year, I went down and my nephew had just bought a bike. And he was like, yo, he want me to ride it because you know I ride. I pop wheelies and endos and burnouts and all that stuff. The night before he asked me to ride, I said no because I was drinking.
Right.
I said, nah, not tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. And it was crazy because after the Heritage was over and everything else, we always go to this little place on a place called Wasso called a Hole in the Wall. And it's really a hole in the wall. Small little juke joint. Everybody can't stay in there, so you get your drink, hang outside. As me and my brother pulled up, it was just so much buzz going on. And it was like, I could tell it was a lot of out-of-towners there because they was just house party.
Yeah.
And they so used to me now. They know that's you know, they claim me, you know what I mean? So it ain't that. But it was just too much energy. And I told my brother, I said, yo, man, don't leave. Because I said, if I got to break out of here, we just out of here, dog.
Right.
And he said, all right, cool. And he left. So he had to live with that. It was killing them. And I was like, yo, I said, what happened was supposed to happen, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? This is encoded in my DNA from conception. It was going to happen.
Right.
So he got past that. But my nephew, as soon as I got out the car, pulled up on the bike and took the helmet off. Yo, come on, man. And I was like, look, hold the helmet, man. I ain't going far. I'm just going to go up the road. Let me see how I feel and come back. And I went up the road that way on the island, which is Wausau. And I went around the bend, and I came back. Now, what happens when you get a spring tide, salt water washes over the road, like literally over it. You got to wait till the tide go down so the cars can go past. It makes the blacktop loose. So now you're talking midnight in South Carolina. Ain't no street lights.
Yeah.
My mistake was getting on a road that I don't know. Always know your road. That's one of the biggest things too when you ride. Don't keep trying to change up unless you got to pay attention to what's in the road, what. I got to do that in this wheelchair. I got to know the terrain.
Right. So
that was happening when I came on the lean coming back. I hit that black top and the bike shot off the road and I ended up in the ditch. And luckily somebody saw me go off the road because everybody was at the police party and so they was still like, nobody paid attention until they seen all the police cars going choo, 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 and ambulance and fire trucks. And they was like, where Daryl at? They was like, Daryl ain't come back. So that's when they got in their cars and went up there to try to see what was going on. And by the time police got there, the dude pointed me out. Then my uncle, he worked with the rescue. So he got in there and was just talking to me and helping me out and helping with CPR because I coded like twice.
Really? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to hear my stand-up. So now I talk about it, boy. They be cracking up. But I be talking about I'm like, yo, they hit me them shot because I was like, I smell chicken. Y'all don't smell chicken? They be rolling, bro. But nah, so what happened is like, I was in a coma for 3 days.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so then when that happened and I woke up and I was looking for my brother and I was like, yo, where my brother at? And I thought I was home. I didn't know what happened. I had no recollection of getting on a motorcycle, no nothing. And they was like, yo, the doctor came and was like, can you feel this? Can you feel this? And I'm like, nah. Now I'm thinking they got me strapped down in the bed with some medication. For some reason. I didn't realize I'm in the hospital, but I'm realizing I can't move. And I'm like, why they got me strapped down? So I'm sitting there laying there, and I know I wasn't driving. My brother was driving. So I'm like, where is my brother? They was like, he's all right. That ain't the answer I want to hear. Where is he? They was like, listen, he's good. Doctor said, I just wanted to explain to you, you was in a bad accident. I was like, yeah? He said, yeah. He said, there's a possibility you may not walk again. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I said, so what's next? Doctor said, sir, did you hear what I said? I said, yeah, I heard you. He said, I'll tell you what. I'm going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to talk, and I'm going to ask you some questions. I said, you come back tomorrow. The day after that, you're going to get the same response. I got to feed my family. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't skip a beat.
You can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You cannot ponder, wander, or waver. You got to make a decision at that point. Am I going to ride or die, or I'm going to roll or fold? And that's the name of my book, Roll or Fold. You ain't got time. And I was like, yo, now I got to get this. This is how I'm built. I tell people all the time, man, you can't teach heart. This is how I'm built, bro. Where I'm from, it's like, yo, no. This is a different fight. Let's go. I lived in adversity for a long time.
Yeah.
I tell people I've been black forever.
Yeah.
I know what a fight is, bro. It's just a different fight. Let's go. And that's how I've been doing it ever since, man. I was like, yo, we got to get up. And yo, them doctors like, okay. And I came in, went to rehab, and went to war. I got out there, but they thought I was like being easy because I broke my wrist. But it kept hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, every time I pushed this chair, it hurt. They was like, come on, man, you can do better than that. I'm like, I'm telling you, it hurt. Come to find out, I had a pin here, and a pin here. You're supposed to put a little bushing on it, and a bushing, so it won't rub up against the cast.
Oh.
So every time I would push, it would rub on the cast, and it was hurting.
Your skin is tearing.
It's not the skin, it's the wire
Yeah.
is rubbing on the cast, which is, it hurts.
Yeah.
So when the doctor cut it off, he was like, I don't know who put this cast on, but they didn't put no bushings on here. I was like, that's why it was hurting. So he took a scissor, and they supposed to take a scissor and just slide the wire out. And he kept pulling, but the wire wouldn't come out. And he kept pulling, and the wire wouldn't come out. So he was jokingly, he said, man, go get me some pliers. I said, ha ha. He said, hell, we need some pliers. I said, Doc, I know you joking, Doc. Apple was crazy. He said, man, somebody bring me some pliers. Yo, bruh, they say bone don't have no nerve. Bullshit.
Right.
Yo, dog, when they start pulling that wire out, yo, my therapist was holding me. She was like, when they start talking through their teeth, it's an issue. Right. She was like, you gonna be good. You gonna be good. You gonna be good. Come on, just stay with me. Yo, bro, they was pulling it out. The room was going black. Like, you got to be kidding me, bro. When they finished pulling them wires out, they was like, that's your rehab for the day. You can go back to your room. I was like, you think I'm gonna do something else after this? Yo, but after that, like a week later, man, I was in the gym.
Good to go.
What? Going like I was leading the pack.
Yeah.
I was getting people out of bed. It was crazy because people in there like, yo, man, I'm just saying, man, I just can't believe I'm in here with Chill. I'm like, no.
Right.
Daryl's in here today. We all trying to survive to get out this motherfucker. You talking about you can't believe you in here with me. I don't believe I'm in here. What you talking about, man? We gonna work to get up out of this, bro. But nah, man, it was an interesting situation. But you never realize. I felt guilty after a while because my phone was going so crazy.
Oh, yeah, just all the support.
Yeah.
LL Cool J called me. Hey, yo, you know how LL, yo, player.
Yeah.
You just on pause right now, baby. You just on pause right now.
What is the top?
You on pause,
He's
baby.
the best, dude.
You on pause, baby. You on pause, but right now you gonna be good, baby. LL called and Mars Chestnut called, and it was that played that, and then but the funniest one was Chris Tucker.
Not please. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Chris Tucker.
What kind of voicemails is he?
No. He comes to visit me
No, that's great.
in his platinum Bentley,
Dang.
which he parks out front, comes in the hospital and asks for Chill Mitchell. My name ain't Chill. Yeah, I'm here to see Chill Mitchell. The people was like, well, Chisholm, because it was a guy named Chisholm. They was like, well, Chisholm is in he's in rehab right now, in therapy, PT. He was like, well, what time he get out? The lady said, well, he should be out there by 1:00. He said, all right, tell him I will be back at 1. Bruh, you know how fast that memo went around that hospital? Chris Tucker will be appearing live here at the Shepherd Center.
Oh, no, not appearing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, it was so crazy when he came back because he thought he'd ask for me. Now, when he did get back at 1, I was really in PT.
Right.
So they was like, he eventually got around to telling people who he was there to see. And I guess he said chill, and somebody figured out it was me.
Right.
He comes to the PT room, which is just a big room. Man, I ain't never seen so many power chairs. Yo, that place was packed to see Chris Tucker, dog. They came. Yo, however, they got their asses there, bro. Right. Therapists, all them faking now. Everybody need therapy today. Ain't nobody need no damn therapy. Now you tell all these people, come on, because they can't have no reason to get in there.
Right.
So they got to bring somebody in there to do therapy. And power chairs, but it's so crazy. He sat, talked, prayed, because he about to God all the way. He prayed, talked with all them people, man. Then I went back to my room. He was like, I'm coming. Yo, I think Chris must have visited half of that hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Then so finally came to my room. So now I'm in the bed, I'm chilling. Now my brothers in there, sisters in there, they had got late. They was like, yo, they had left because they was coming in from South Carolina. So Chris went and sat down. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to go to sleep myself. I'm tired. So I figured like, yo, once I go to sleep, he gonna slide out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I woke up, man. Chris was in white beaters, shoes off, feet on the foot of my bed, and sleep.
Dang.
Right by my side.
Yeah.
I said, this is my dog right here.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. I said, Chris, why would you tell him what time you coming back? Of all things, bro. It ain't no real like visiting hours. You can come in anytime you want in the rehab center because they want you to, be with your family and your friends and learn how to help each other and, work together. Chris, I'll be back. Tell him I'll be back at 1. They was up in there, boy. I said, this is crazy. I talk about him on stage, too.
Man, you got to write that screenplay. You got to. I want to see
you know what it is? Everybody start with the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my manager was like, you got to write a book. Because the people you've been around with, like, I knew Malcolm Jamal-Warner. I went to his 21st birthday.
For Malcolm?
Wow.
Man.
His 21st birthday. So you know how devastating that was for me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was, whoo, boy. I'm just able to talk about that. Because I told his mother, I said, yo, Malcolm was my friend before I was his friend. Reason being is because I grew up with him watching TV.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was already in me.
Yeah.
So then I get cast on the Cosby Show. I used to watch the show and be like, dang, I would love to be his friend. I would love to be his friend on the show. And lo and behold, I get cast on the Cosby Show. And I'm like, yo, I'm stoked. Turn around, he directed that episode. That was the first sitcom I've ever done. He directed it. That's really the one when I hit on Rudy.
Right,
when I came to the club and, excuse me, my fair lady, but do you know CPR? I'm hitting on Rudy. But he directed that episode. So Mr. Cosby took a liking to me. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to keep you around. I didn't know what he meant by that. But they had the idea of doing a spinoff of Malcolm, which was called Here and Now.
Yes. Yes.
And that's when I came in. Malcolm was like, yo, Bill wants you, but the network got to see you. But Bill already, he wants you. Cool, boom. I go in, I read through the pilot. Here we go with this pilot thing. Now
again with the pilot.
I done got a little.
You know it now.
I'm learning now.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's a pickup. I'm like, oh, we rolling. So now here we go. So now we go from that, and I knew Mal, like I said, when he was like 18, 19, when I was doing rap, and Andre Rell did a rap party, and Mal came to, to the party, the Uptown party. So he was big deal, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So watching him all them years, now I get to work with him. So now we got this concentrated relationship because Malcolm loves hip hop, and I knew all the rappers. And so now we working in Kaufman Astoria, Queens. So what we started doing is, Mal lived in Connecticut. I lived in Long Island. The commute was crazy. We already had a dressing room. We had a shower. We had TV.
No.
We had telephone.
No.
Yes, we did. Mal stayed downstairs. I stayed upstairs. Because he had got Bill's dressing room, so his room was monster. Right. So I was upstairs in my dressing room. We had everything. So we was like, it just started as a weekend thing. Because we knew we was going to party and we was not going to be able to wake up and be in work on time. So Sunday, me and Mal in the dressing room watching sports or whatever. I love it. After we done party, we done went to sleep. And then they knocking on the door. All right, ready for stage. We done showered, done dressed, got ready. Then it went from weekends to weekdays because it was just easier. Yeah. And we was like, so then what happened, we would be able to go if we do promos, the car come and get us from right there and we go. And then the car drop us, we go to the airport, whatever, car drop us right back off in Queens. It was easy. So what happened, it created a camaraderie between me and him. Yes. Which people didn't understand. So now we working together. So after we start working, the relationship continued. Because now we done realize we like the same things. Right. Yeah. We like going to the same places. We like hanging out. We like the same foods. And then all his friends became my friends. All my friends became his friends. So now we tight like glue till recent. So now, all my kids, my son called him one day out of nowhere. It was like, Uncle Mal, could you come to my game? My son play AAU. Oh, no. Wasn't over a little league. Yeah. So I get a phone call. Mal, where you at? I said, I'm downtown at this film festival. Where you at? I'm up here at this football game for Justin. What kind of father are you? I said, what? What kind of father? I said, where you at? I'm at the game. I said, man, stop lying. He said, I'm serious. I'm at the game. How you know about this game? My son done got in touch with him. How? I don't know. I get to the game. Malcolm is in the stands. It's a Little League football game. And it was so funny because I'm looking at the people this cannot be real. Because he was doing residence. Right. In Atlanta. Yeah. Okay. So he was there. Yeah. So, man, my son done called him Malcolm, pulled up. And I'm like, I pull up, Mal is in there, hot dog, soda. The people is looking at him like this is not real. Yeah. Then when I got there and I started talking to him, then they realized it was really him. Yeah. They was like, it cannot be him. And we sit there laughing and joking. They was like, you mind think you take a picture? I said, come on, man, it's Mal. He ain't gonna trip. Yeah. So that's all the parents. Can you take a picture with us? I'm like, y'all don't ask me for no damn picture. Y'all see me every day. Man, that's kind of relationship we had, man. It's like,
what a talent that guy is.
Oh, man.
You can admire someone's work from afar for so long, but hearing a story like that and going, oh, that's the kind of guy he is?
What a
great thing to hear.
He flew from Vancouver when I got hurt.
Did he really?
Came to my house.
Oh, my goodness.
Took me to the barbershop. Took me out. Yeah. Bought me a little small bottle of Crown. You know what I drank. And he said, you still you. So we gonna drink. So, we came back to the house. Yeah. We sat, laughed, joked. A couple neighbors came over and we was chilling. He was like, I'm just coming to make sure you good. You good? You good? You need anything? I'm like, I'm good, bro. I said, we'll take you to the airport in the morning. Don't worry about that, dog. I got this. Don't worry about it. I was like, all right, man. I woke up that morning. Mal was gone. He done, I don't know. I got out of the garage and shut it. Must knew my code. Ain't anybody teaching my code. He got out of the garage and was back in Vancouver, back at work. He was doing a show in Vancouver, a movie.
So speaking of, after you get out of your PT and that sort of thing, what's your first gig after that? You say Ed?
4 months later.
4 months.
I was back on TV.
Dude, you're not kidding when you said what's next. Like you went right away.
I was healing up. I was learning how to maneuver the chair on set. See, you gotta understand that one of the best places, like having all these people here, is somebody gonna help you.
Right.
And then, you learning and they learning too. So one of the things that I've learned, like I ask now, when I come to a set, is those handicap bumpers that they put the wires through. And then the crew started realizing, because they got them big old trucks that they got to push around with them cameras on it.
Yeah.
It's easier to go over that than that big old bump thing. They were like, dude, this worked perfect for us too.
Right.
Nice,
so it all worked for everybody. You know what I mean? But I mean, it was perfect for me because, everything was there and I was learning how to push and maneuver the chair and we was working and they didn't take it easy on me because that's a one camera. Single camera is not like 4 camera.
Yeah. Right.
Them call times is all over the place. So I had to be I had one complaint, and that was Tom Cavanaugh. He was like, bruh, you're making us look bad. Because you want time every day. I'm like, dude, I had to make sure whatever call time was, I'm going to be there an hour before because I have, I had things I got to do to get right and make sure, I would be in there rehearsing with the chair because the chair got his own mind. Yeah. You might want to give me these lines and want me to carry this. Nah, it don't work that easy. I got to figure out, can I do this?
And at that time, you're still learning how to do all of it.
Yeah. So 4 months later, man, I was back on television.
And was that your first single cam?
That was my first single cam of all things.
Yeah.
First single cam project was Ed. Because I'm thinking 4 camera sitcom. That's easy. I could do that with my eyes closed, but single cam? I was like, Lord, this was 5 o'clock. What y'all mean we gotta get up at 5 a.m.? What? Wait, hold up. 6 o'clock in the evening. Oh, we all over. We outside.
Yeah. Well, you probably got a fair amount of that in New Orleans.
Boy, you don't even know.
But this is how I know this is a good conversation. All my jewelry is off, and we are just now starting to talk about NCIS.
When things start to get interesting, she starts doing this.
I just start shedding layers. I'm like,
things go away.
This is off. I had earrings at some point.
Yeah,
maybe.
What happened?
I just be taking them off.
I see you. That's right.
It's costume. It's
fine. Okay.
So obviously we're going to talk about NCIS as well, but this started as a recurring part for you on NCIS New Orleans.
2 episodes.
2 episodes. Okay, me too. I was in for 1 in the first season.
He had you beat.
I know. Yeah, exactly. You got guaranteed too. But it was one of those things for me. I want to hear your experience where I just went and I tried to just do my scene and kind of lay low, get out, and be nice to people. And hearing about your experience so far, that seems like that's kind of what you live by, just being kind to people and figuring out how to make it to the next one. But how were those first 2 episodes?
Yeah, it was so crazy because first of all, my manager's calling my agent, my assistant, 100 miles an hour. I'm out fishing. So I stay in the water. I'm a fish head. Yeah. So I'm out there, I'm fishing. And finally I get back to land and my assistant like, yo, man, Jenny looking for you. She was my agent at the time. Manager. No, she's the manager. And I was like, what's going on? Because the agency I was with, I ain't heard from them in 2 years. I ain't gonna put them out there. So I ain't gonna be nasty, but I had not heard from them.
Sure.
So all of a sudden, my manager's like, yo, NCIS is looking for you. She didn't even say New Orleans. She just said NCIS. And I was like, NCIS? I said, nah. She said, yeah, they want you to do 2 episodes of the show. I'm like, I do comedy. What are you talking about? A drama? I said, yo, so I looked at Jared, I said, I tell you what, homie, that's 2 good weeks of getting drunk. We good playing New Orleans. And when I found out it was New Orleans, I said, boy, we gonna party, because we done been down there to do a pilot. For this other show, matter of fact, on CBS. Yeah. Man, we was down in New Orleans to do a pilot. I said, bro, 2 episodes? I said, we lit. Got down there, they brought us in. I came on set. And I had already rehearsed my lines, so I'm ready. And I'm in there trying to do my stuff. Yes, and we had this, they was like, cut. I said, what? They was like, hey, bro, we hire you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We want that thing, bro.
Right.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Oh, really? It's finna be a party up in this motherfucker. Yo, bro. I was like, yo, that's what they wanted, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Scott Bakula came at me. He was like, yo, I come up in there like this is his own. He owned the show. Yo, bro, I had jokes for everybody.
Yes.
They was like,
That's
yo.
fantastic.
And we started rocking. So next thing they was like, my man, they want you for another episode. Now they had already shot 12. So I was like, all right. Now she's not finished that one. They want you for another one. I said, let's go. I ain't mad. 12 episodes later, 2 turned to 12. Now after that last one, we was at the table read. Scott Bakula was like, we got an announcement to make. I'm like, what? It was like, just letting y'all know, everyone, Daryl Mitchell, we are making you a regular on the show.
Come on.
So you found out with everybody else?
Everybody else.
Come on.
Oh, man, that's great.
Look at
It was
that.
crazy. Scott called it out. Yo, bruh, that is my man.
That is
Yes,
the guy, man.
He's a
Scott,
good dude.
that dude is my dude, bruh. And we used to get in trouble once in a while because we wouldn't shut up. Scott, my kids, they love Scott. Scott used to dab my son. That's his whole thing. My son coming to him, he be like, yo, dab. I'm like, just to be like, come on, man. Scott used to dab my son, bro. We used to be in there, man. And a lot of people would be like, I'm like, I don't understand. He got to be serious because that's the character call for that.
Yeah.
Scott is a crack up, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Scott
so good,
is
man.
a crack up.
He's cool.
We had a good time.
I grew up watching him on Quantum Leap. And so when I first met him at the upfronts in New York when New Orleans got picked up, and we're I was like a little starstruck. I was downstairs and I was working out right next to him. I was like, I'm working out next to the guy from Quantum Leap. Oh my God, this is the coolest. This is so great. And then it was one of those things of like, they say don't meet your heroes and whatnot. But then I actually met him and spoke to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're such a nice dude.
Yeah,
This
man.
is great.
Yeah,
Just
man.
like such a cool, rewarding thing.
Scott,
Yeah.
I don't know how we got into this joke, but something would happen. And I said something to Scott. Scott said, man, please, I play more black people than you on TV. And I ain't think about it because he always jumping in these bodies.
Jumping in people?
And a lot of black people he played on Quantum Leap. We died,
That's funny.
Man, I play more black people than you on TV. Man, we was rolling, but that's my man, bro.
Scott's cool. The first time I met him, he knew my name, and said it right. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you know who I am? I was like, I could not believe it.
You are, Diona. You fire. Everybody know who you are, Missy Pooh.
Listen, let me put this jewelry back
Hello.
on. Okay, let me put this jewelry back on. Okay, here we go.
Come on.
Wait. Speaking of names, you have a foundation, correct?
Yes, it's called the Daryl Mitchell Foundation.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us about
And
it.
it's basically I'm trying to inform people about disability. And one thing I don't like is a lot of times people like to single out disabilities. Like, I'm for the hearing impaired. I'm for the visually impaired. Man, I don't work for everybody, bro. And that's my thing. And I started out that way, but I was like, it ain't easy. But I'm like, if I raise money to donate to different foundations to do different things. You know what I mean? So it's easy to donate to the NAACP. I'm black. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But you want to reach out across the board, man. If I can donate money to the visually impaired, I'm going to do that. But I mean, my main thing is like starting is trying to inform people, educate people and point people in the way of resources, man. When I hear people tell me they didn't know they could rent a car, like, dude, what you mean? All you got to say is I need left-hand controls and dial at 2 o'clock.
Right.
And you got a rental car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know that, though. And a lot of times the information doesn't trickle down to the black community, which is not foreign. So my job is to try to inform, especially these young boys, and then I try to educate them about not getting in his wheelchair. Because I'm like, y'all think it's easy. Look, I make it look easy. Then I even went to schools and bought chairs with me and made them push with me all day. And they like, yo, bruh, some of them got up and had to go. I'm like, oh no, we got to go in the bathroom now.
Right.
Ain't no getting out the chair. No, you're going to take this tube right here and you're going to insert it. No, you serious, OG? Yeah, I'm serious. So these a lot of things, man, I try to do to prevent people, especially them young ones, because, they aggressive. You know what I mean? And so you just try to, it don't matter who it is, man. You know what I mean? But that's my main thing doing my foundation, man. So it's been It's been meaningful.
Nice.
I had a lot of people who helped me out. Bob Johnson, Butch Lewis, God bless him. Denzel, people like that. So yeah, man.
It's cool. I love gesture work. And it's interesting because the gestures that you were doing when you were talking about educating the students are the same ones that you were doing when you were talking about Danny Glover taking you aside and schooling you. So I love the kind of way that you've always been willing to learn, now become the teacher yourself.
Thank
I'm
you.
like, that's cool.
Yeah,
I admire that.
And I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Still learning.
Yeah.
Still appreciative and humble.
Should we do Furby questions?
I'm into it.
Let's do Furby questions. Okay, so.
Wait, what?
We ain't about to explain it.
So the fans of NCIS are lovingly referred to as NCIS Probies.
Yeah.
Probies? That's what they call them?
Like
That's why it's
probationary
partners and-
agent.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's partners and
so we
probies.
put out the bat signal and say that Chill Mitchell's going to be on our podcast.
Wow.
And we say that any questions you may have for him. So they send us in a bunch of questions and it's directly from the fans.
We were originally going to do like fan voicemails, and maybe we'll do that eventually. But we got to get those cleared and stuff.
Oh,
and so that's
I
why.
got you.
That's why we just read the questions for now.
Okay, got
And you
you.
can imagine me like be quantum leaping into different people's voices if you want. If you want. Go ahead, you do.
No,
first.
this started in the dressing room, in the makeup room. That y'all, something wrong with y'all.
Yes, and get the Key and Peele people here. Yeah. Yeah.
Something is wrong with y'all.
So this is the first Proby question. Was Patton always meant to be such a moral compass for the team, or do you feel like that evolved over time?
It evolved over time because Patton had a problem with gambling and he got arrested, and that's when he had to get you got him the job. So as time went on, they gave him more and more responsibility, and that's what happened. So I could see that it started evolving into that, but he still had some things, issues.
He had to go
work
through some things to
yeah,
get
plus
there.
the whole thing with the accident he had never dealt with his wife. So he was gangster.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question. I was laughing at this question. They want to know is, would you ever come to take McGee's place as the McGeek on the Squad Room in D.C.?
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. That's what I thought. That's what I said. I said, I already know the answer to this.
Definitely.
I said, I already know.
Yeah, but what was so cool about that character is they let me be me. Mm-hmm. And it's not too often you would see a black person, especially in a wheelchair, man in that kind of situation. And I really applaud CBS for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Well,
did.
the visibility that gives, but you guys also did a storyline with Kurt Yeager, right? About military members using wheelchairs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote an episode on our show, co-wrote an episode on our show that required an actor who uses a wheelchair, and we actually couldn't use Yeager because he'd been on your show more recently, I guess. So, and it was a different character. So we ended up using Michael Patrick Thornton, who's a fantastic actor. He's a wheelchair user as well, but it seems like, just your presence is, lending visibility to the entire thing. And I think it was wonderful that CBS kind of went all in on that.
They went all in. And not only that, there was an episode, it might have been the same one. No, this was a different one. When I was playing wheelchair rugby.
Oh.
And my friend had come to the gym. Mm-hmm. And when we was leaving out, then somebody drove up real fast and shot him right in front of me. So now we're trying to figure out where this whole thing, how this happened. Everybody, nope, I'm sorry. I'm confusing the episodes. The one where Kurt was on, everybody in the rehab center was disabled.
Oh, in real life.
Everybody.
Nice.
Wow.
And Scott was like, you know what?
Gotta keep it
a
real.
different time and a different day. He said this would have been news.
Right.
Yeah.
This would have been news. Every cast member, every extra was an amputee or was a wheelchair user. Everybody. Everything. He's like, yo, where you see that on TV?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's something that honestly, and in days gone by, they probably would have said, well, what's less expensive so that, we can just have able-bodied people portraying people.
Dude, they tried when we did the rugby.
Yeah.
They was trying to get able-bodied people. They didn't want to hire people. We was like,
really?
Yeah, they was like, nah. They was like, no, we ain't doing that. I was like, nah, we got people that can play. Right. They actually got Paralympians to come and do that.
It makes
They
more
taught
sense.
me how to hit and everything.
You get to learn a bit about it?
What?
Yeah.
You must better watch. I flipped this whole dude chair, bruh. I bust him up, dude. He showed me how. He's like, you gonna hit here, right here, and I'm going. And boy, I knocked him airborne, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, I was banging.
Yeah.
But the crazy part was after we wrapped, they was like, oh, we wrapped on the scene. Why the whole production started jumping in chairs? Because they wanted to feel it.
Right.
So they running, bow!
Right.
They was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
They was like, yo, everybody started jumping in these chairs because they wanted to see how it feels.
See if they could do it.
To see if they could do it.
Right.
They was like, yo, dude, that's a lot of arm strength. And they was showing the cats that was really doing it, and they would start showing how they hit.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, it sounded like 2 Rams. Oh, it was deep. I wasn't hitting. I was hitting hard, but I wasn't hitting that hard.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they came in. They flew them in from all over different places. Florida, Chicago. I think 2 guys came from Philly.
Dude, I love that as commitment.
Yeah.
But look how hiring the real people who experienced it made the show better. Look
Yes,
how
it
it
did.
made it better for you.
Yes, it did. Because
Yeah.
they told me how to do it.
Yeah.
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 This has been a great episode.
Yeah,
I'm so
baby.
excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Hey.
I told you it's gonna be quick.
We told you you did not lie for 1 second.
No,
Absolutely
you didn't.
not.
And you are devoid of all jewelry.
Yeah, it's all gone. It's all
just
gone.
keep-
Sleeves down.
keep
You gotta
taking
come
that
visit in
down.
Detroit. You gotta come visit Detroit and DC.
I just left Detroit.
Really, for what?
I went out there because a friend of mine plays on the Pistons, and the guy on my podcast. Can I mention my podcast?
You can absolutely
yeah,
mention
yeah,
your
yeah.
podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's called The Pit Stop Podcast. DAPITT.
Yeah.
The pit stop.
The Pit Stop Podcast. It's like, pull over and get out of the, we don't cloud chase, so y'all got to come visit us too. But it's a lot of fun, man. We have fun too. So, but I went out there with my podcast guy, and we went out there, and guy E on the podcast, his friend is one of the assistant coaches.
Oh, okay.
So I know a player and he knows assistant coach. So I was like, yo, plus I like MGM Grand. 7-Eleven. I love MGM Grand. I was like, yo, this all coming together here.
Right.
So we went out there, and then we went to a cigar lounge, and then I did my song, and the crowd went crazy.
That's great.
So I got a chance to do everything. And I was rocking with a live band too.
I know they loved you out there. I know they did.
I feel like we could go for another 2 hours. Here.
Yeah,
Rock.
we might.
You got the stories.
You might. You need to.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much for being here.
No, I was saying you need to. I was saying if you need to bounce, if you need to move your car or something.
Oh yeah. No, I just need to throw some more in the meters, and then I'm good.
Okay, great. Just making sure.
Thank you, Joe, for being here. Really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it. My friends call me Chill.
There we go.
Yeah, you see that? See what this what we was trying to get you to, Playboy in the big city.
You
It
guys
just came right out his mouth.
You guys, it happened.
Yeah.
Everyone. It's
Brian,
a podcast miracle.
Something wrong with Brian. I knew something was wrong with him.
Oh, man.
We like him,
Hey,
though. He's all right.
Tell him, D, we had a black coalition going on.
We
He
had
just bust up in the middle.
And I just walked right in the middle. I was like,
And I'm like,
fellas.
bro, don't you see what's going on
Wait,
here?
tell him what I told you to say. Remember I said, come in the room and say,
what did you say?
yellow.
Yellow. Yellow.
If I call my father right now, that's how he gonna answer. What's up? Yellow.
Yeah, I love it when people say yellow.
That's him, yellow.
Thank you, man.
Nah, man,
I
it's
appreciate
party.
it.
I appreciate this.
And
This was
thank
fun,
you
man.
guys for watching another episode of NCIS Partners and Probies. You can catch us every single week on Tuesdays. YouTube, Spotify, Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcasts.
You want to put this on?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Now, why would you give it to him and not me?
Because I didn't feel like reaching. That's all. I was being lazy. That's all. Okay.
I can catch.
Yeah. I can't throw. It's not you.
It's
You're not
my
the
back,
issue.
not my hands.
It's not you.